Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my platform. Those of you that are returning and those of you that are new, welcome to my platform. My name is Astraea Love, and I'm going to be doing a reading for you guys today. So we're going to use the, whatever these things are called, to cleanse the space before we get started. Okay, I hope everybody is having a good day, afternoon, evening, or night whenever you get to watching this video. Know that my readings are timeless, which means if you drew this, this video, this experience, this reading in to your reality, there is probably one or more than one message for you in it, okay? So I suggest that you guys watch all of the readings on both of my platforms. I have this platform and I also have another platform that's called the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle. I suggest that you watch the readings on this platform and the other platform at your leisure, because each reading is going to hold an Easter egg of personal knowledge to help you out with some type of situation or to help you just gain clarity, okay? And that's basically what I'm here for. So if any of you guys have any personal questions that you need answered, you can send me a $20 super chat with your question, and I'll pause the collective reading and then I will answer your question, okay? And I also do work with another psychic that I have readily available to me, okay? And we use the same scales, like 1 being the lowest compatibility, 10 being the highest compatibility. We use the same type of scales and we see the same type of things. So if there is anything that needs to be cleared, we will clear the initial energy, and then you'll just be responsible for whatever was within you that drew in the situation that you're experiencing. Okay. All right. So, let's see. Okay. So also, if you guys are interested in basically jump starting your spiritual journey to the point where you don't need to, I want to say, like, to do certain types of practices that some people don't like to meditate in general. I suggest that you guys do meditate, but there is a book that will take you to basically the highest point of spirituality. This book changed my life. This is why I talk about it, because it literally changed my life. You know, I've always been psychic, but having a connection, you know, I grew up in the Catholic Church, so, you know, church is church. So having real connection with God was something that I always felt like I had. But, you know, the book that I'm talking about is called The Truth of God by Michael STEADMAN. It's an intuitive workbook that basically helps you, welcome whoever came into the chat, that helps you access your God consciousness state so that you are not any longer looking out through the eyes of your ego, where you're basically attaching yourself to things and to the outcome of things, but you're looking out through the eyes of your higher self, aka God, and you can see things from a bigger picture, the bigger perspective, because there is always, like, we have our own perspective, but then there is the perspective of the all-seeing eye, of the source that is love, joy, and peace, okay? And that perspective is always going to be a softer, more unconditionally loving, graceful perspective than what we are experiencing in our ego. So there is a technique in the book, The Truth of God. I've got the link to this book in my description box, okay? There's a technique that's called the God technique. That is the technique that raises you out of the ego into your higher self. The second technique that is really, really important for you guys to develop is the joy versus anger technique. Now, that technique helps you get a yes and no answering system from God, your higher self, within yourself, similar to muscle testing, but this is actually more foolproof. Like with the joy versus anger technique, once you develop this ability and once you use it, you won't ever go back to trying to muscle test anything. Okay. And then and so that's to develop. So you're not having to sit around and like say a bunch of prayers and then wait to get an answer or ask the universe for a sign. You can get a yes and no answer. Because for me, living my life before I had this book, I was not asking, should I go here? Should I go there? Should I talk to so and so? And so since I use the techniques in the book, confirmation. Since I've been using the techniques in that book, my life has drastically changed. Now, before I eat things, I ask, I'll ask, what is the compatibility? Should I be eating this? Should I be going here? And since I've started asking, I have avoided a lot of tragedies. There's been a lot of times where I bought concert tickets and did not ask, should I go to this concert? And then the night of the concert, something bad happens Like this happened more than one time to me, where I would get really sick or have an episode, and I wouldn't be able to go to the concert, and then I would hear about some tragedy, like horrible weather or something else happening at the concert. So again, and then I'm like, oh shit. Well, I didn't when we was getting the tickets, I didn't go, oh, should I go to this concert? Is this compatible? So, anyways, when you're asking questions, it is so much better to be checking in with your higher self so that you're actually being guided through life, so you're not just stumbling around blind, making random decisions off of a whim. Okay. And that's what life was like before the book, and then after the book, just completely different. Not only when things get really hard for me, I can look at things from a higher perspective. That's the God conscious technique, the God technique, and then literally the joy versus anger technique. When I'm confused, when I'm doing these readings and I ask a question, okay, is this about this or is this about that? I'm using that joy versus anger technique. I've just mastered it. And then the mind technique. These are techniques that I will probably never stop using, okay, because they work. And they work. The mind technique helps you get rid of thoughts and beliefs that you do not need. Now, we have our conscious thoughts and beliefs, what we know we are thinking about, or what we can be kind of mindful about. And then we have our unconscious, subconscious beliefs. And so we don't really know what's in the subconscious. So being able to use the mind technique is extremely important when you keep people that keep drawing in the same experience over and over again. Those are the people that are looking for external solutions, and they're not going within and questioning their own belief system, why their belief system would even draw in or support that, because we all create our realities with our thoughts and our beliefs. So that book, if you guys want to get to your highest point of spirituality, connect into your destiny and all that, I suggest that you get The Truth of God by Michael STEADMAN. The link to that is in the description box below. The second book that you're going to see in there is Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. That is a book that I've written, okay, with the help of the Most High God and Visago, with Visago's knowledge. It basically goes through the Rider-Waite tarot deck. Well, all tarot decks have a major arcana, okay? I guess some of the newer tarot decks they all come off of the Rider-Waite deck, the original. I guess some of the newer ones, they'll add some cards. Like I do have one. I don't have it with me right now, but I do have one that added like a karma card. So anyways, but the major arcana cards are the huge transitions that you'll go through in your life, okay? Like the Magician, the Star, the Death card, like all the Hierophant, all of those are major transitions. So I have a spread that goes through each of the positions on the major arcana cards so that you can learn intimately about yourself. And this is basically a guide so that it tells you, if you pulled this card and this card and this card for this position, it means this, okay? And then in the back of the book, there is a compendium of knowledge that I've compiled together of the different card combinations and what those could mean. So that when you're pulling, obviously, I think you guys should get The Truth of God first, because that book is going to help you develop the joy versus anger technique, so that when you are trying to read your own tarot cards and pull cards for yourself, and you are doing the tarot card spreads, you'll be able to go, okay, you'll ask yes and no questions about that. So you can get an immediate answer back and not be just confused. And it helps you learn the tarot. And then the spells are just, I call them spells, but I've created them. They're like obviously manifestation techniques and affirmations. So you work with the actual tarot card, you meditate on it, Anyways, in the book, it'll tell you each thing that you do, okay? But it always starts out with cleansing the deck, and then it goes into, how to start working with the archetypal energy. That is the major arcana, okay? And so eventually I will probably create a book on the minor arcana cards, because there are some really important ones, but I felt like the major arcana, and so did Spirit, was just kind of showing me, like, Holy Spirit was showing me, like, the major arcanas are the ones that people are going to be looking for, like the High Priestess, the Hierophant, that type of thing. Okay. So anyways, that is the book that I've created. I suggest that you get The Truth of God first. And The Truth of God, it's not, if for people that are super religious or super bound to a certain type of way of thinking, they might not want to take responsibility for creating their own reality. So that book is going to be for some people that really want to be on an intuitive path. And then, for those of you that want to read your own cards, I suggest you'll basically need the Rider-Waite tarot deck, and you'll need the Visago book. And so working with both of those, you know, it's going to move you beyond self-doubt. Because we always like want the outcome of our reading. Like if we're going into a tarot reading that we're pulling, this is why I created this book, because I do not pull cards for myself. I don't. I never really have. Every time that I tried to do it in the past, it would be like I would project whatever I wanted it to be. And this is the problem that I feel like most people face. And that's why Visago, as one of my guides, kind of came in and helped bridge a better system. And so I have used each of the spreads that I created, well, that we created. So anyways, welcome everybody coming into the chat. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. So, all right. So now that you know what's in the description box below, we are going to do the prayer. Okay. So we are calling upon the Most High God and the Holy Spirit. We're asking that the Most High God and the Holy Spirit and Jesus Christ and the Ascended Masters, any Ascended Masters that are relevant to this situation that we're going to be talking about, that they come be with us now. We're also calling upon our ancestors and our spiritual team of highest light and resonance, including our spirit guides and guardian angels. And we're asking that they put a protective shield around us and keep us safe from any negative influence, anyone or anything that would try to negatively influence or impact this reading in any way. I pray for the highest light, the highest wisdom, the highest knowledge, and the highest truth to be revealed to me and my collective, and I pray for all of my subscribers. So make sure you guys like the video, make sure you subscribe to the platform, tap the notification bell, all that good stuff. And remember, if any of you have any personal questions, you can always send me a $20 super chat with your question, and I will pause the collective reading that I'm doing for everybody, and I will answer your question. Okay? All right. So anyways, I just want to say thank you, God, for everything that you do. Thank you for all of the wonderful blessings that you've put in my life. Thank you for prospering me in this platform. And thank you for prospering my collective. All glory, honor, worship, and praise goes to you, Most High. And literally, thank you for every blessing. Thank you for healing the sick and creating miracles. In your holy name, Lord my God, I give gratitude, glory, and thanks, and praise. And I worship the Most High. So thank you, higher self. Thank you, God. Thank you, Source. Thank you, Universe. Please continue to bless us, protect us, and please continue to show us unconditional love and grace throughout our lives as human beings on this planet. Amen. Okay, so by watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself. Sorry, I'm just looking something up. And being responsible with the information that's being channeled here. So if I talk about anything in the realm of health, law, make sure that if you feel like the advice resonates, take that advice to an actual professional before you just start applying random advice to your life. So anyways, so yeah, I'm just like looking at the chat. I want to make sure. So anyways, so just be responsible with the information. Secondly, this is a warning to whoever is being fucking weird and whoever is trying to be a bully. Okay, this is not the time. This is not the place, and I am not the one to fuck with. I'm gonna tell you all that right now. That's the only warning that I'm gonna give you guys, to just behave. God is watching. I don't give a fuck if you believe in God or not. It does not change the fact that God is actually watching and is here. And so I'm just looking to make sure that, you know, first of all, I don't know who keeps saying Undertaker, but okay, you're being fucking weird. I'm wondering if some of you people even speak English correctly. But yeah. So, like I said, if any of you have any personal questions, Danny, Cotton, Jim, I2R, you can send me a $20 super chat and I will pause the collective reading and I'll look at what you're talking about, okay? And then whoever keeps saying that I look like an undertaker, I don't know what the fuck that means, but you guys, literally, don't make me have to fucking kick you off of here. You could really benefit from getting advice from God and the Holy Spirit, so don't fuck your own life up by coming on here and acting a fool. Like, literally. I'm not going to be held responsible for whatever the fuck happens to you people if you fuck with me. So, anyways, and secondly, okay, you're never going to see me come on here and start making fun of the way somebody looks. If you think that I look like an undertaker or somebody that prepares dead bodies, because that's what I was just looking up to see what the fuck you're talking about, then maybe you shouldn't be watching me. Yeah, and whoever said, please don't say bad words, there are no words that are bad. You're delusional. So I'm wondering if this is like a gang stalking situation. How many of you are actually living in the upright? How many of you are actually doing the right thing? If you're coming on here telling me what I can say and what I cannot say, that is probably not what you should be doing. So that's the warning that I'm going to give you. And I'm not joking about the spiritual realm tearing your ass up for being fucking retarded. Okay? Straight up. You don't see me coming, like, I don't know who you faceless weirdos are, but you guys can see me. Okay? Hi, welcome in, Marcus. And I'm not saying that to everybody, but I am just reminding you guys that, you know, I don't know who you people are, but you can see who I am. So show some respect. You know, I'm offering like basically free readings to give you guys assistance so you avoid tragedy and hopefully get your wishes granted and your desires fulfilled. And so treat me the way that you would want to be treated. If you would want somebody coming on to limiting your free will, trying to tell you how to speak, trying to tell you what to say, trying to provoke you, would you like to be provoked? I bet some of you fucking would, but literally. Treat others how you want to be treated, because I don't play with that shit. Literally, I will call down judgment immediately. Anybody trying to come in the chat and play games with me, this is not the time and this is not the place, okay? And I am not the one. So anyways, and I have a really good message. It's like pathetic that some people come on and try to destroy the shit. I don't care how much witchcraft you people do. I don't care how many spells you fucking incant. I don't care what type of demons you work with. And I don't care how possessed you are. That's not my fucking problem. And it never will be. And stop being perverted. I will literally kick your ass the fuck out of here. I'm not here to be sexual with any of you. That is not what I'm doing. Okay, I'm not going to date nobody through the internet. So, yeah. So, that's my warning. Thank you, Fashionista, for keeping me on track. But yeah, I don't want to have to go through the chat and remove each of you individual people, but I will if you keep on with the bullshit. I'm trying to give everybody an equal opportunity to receive guidance. So anyways. So the good thing is that, you know, my message is about, you know, you being successful, God's glory shining through you. Your light is obviously your light, my light. The light worker's light irritates people's demons. This is why people act out of character. They start to get upset. They project, okay? You guys just ignore people. Like literally. When people start to project the way that they feel onto you, just ignore them. Don't give any energy to that. I'm literally hearing that people don't want to see, some people, they hate God straight up. They blame God for everything. God is not to blame for why people's lives have gone wrong. The people themselves that are creating their own reality with the gift of free will that God gave us through their thoughts and beliefs, it's basically, I'm responsible for everything in my reality that I'm creating. Same thing goes for other people, okay? The people that don't want to take responsibility for themselves, those are going to be the people that never, ever feel like they have any power in life. Oh, awesome. God bless Turkey. I am talking about the Most High God. That is the only God that I fuck with. The other deities, what people call gods from the past, deities, okay, that's a whole nother story. But I'm talking about the source being that does not have a name, that does not have a gender, that is beyond what we can perceive with our human mind. So anyways, you know, and no, I'm not talking about an Abrahamic God. I'm not talking about an Islam God. I'm not talking about that shit. Let me get rid of this one weirdo, this pirate person. Yeah, I know. I wish I could permanently block people, but it seems like what YouTube told me is that I have to basically pull these people's names up after the session's done and then go to their page and block them. And I've tried to do that and it didn't work. So, you know, I'll just keep reporting them for harassment and bullying. And then also for misinformation. I'm sorry, sir, ma'am, it, they, them, whatever the fuck you are. What you're saying about me is misinformation. So you're getting blocked. Okay. So hopefully I'll be able to put that person in timeout. Okay. So anyways, welcome everybody coming into the chat. I hope you guys are having a good day. And anyways, so basically what I'm picking up on is that, you know, you guys have some people's demons really irritated. I feel like something keeps trying to distract me, and this is like so futile. It's futile. I'm cutting the deck right now. We're going to see what we got. And I don't want to be reading whoever is being fucking weird. Like, literally. Nine of Pentacles. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, for those of you who are doing the right thing, you're in the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like this is a long-lasting energy for you guys, to be quite honest. The Nine of Pentacles is somebody that can stand on their own 2 feet. They're single. They're self-sufficient. You don't have to actually be single, but it's just saying that you can stand on your own 2 feet. You don't need a governing system. You don't need an external something, okay? So literally what I'm picking up on is that a lot of you guys are very cautious about where you're putting your money at this time, and this is a really good thing. So yeah, if any of you guys have personal questions, you can send me a $20 super chat with your question and I will answer your question, okay? I'm also getting that at this time where you guys are able to stand on your own 2 feet, be aware that there may be somebody wanting to come in and sabotage this. This is somebody that has to rely on an external system like food stamps or what is it called? Section 8 or whatever. Okay, something similar to that. Maybe they have to rely on a baby daddy or a baby mother, or maybe they have to rely on something else, a parent or something. Okay, you guys are dealing with people that are basically not able to stand on their own 2 feet because they will not take accountability for their own creation, basically. And no, we're not talking about anything racist here. Okay, I think racism is probably the epitome of being ignorant. What I'm getting is that what you guys put what you put your investments into now is going to be really important. This whole energy of moving into the year of 2026 has to do, I'm not talking about blacks. You need to go, pirated weirdo. It's time for you to go. And I'm reporting you to Archangel Michael. Don't be racist. Go take a fucking class on how to not be a racist dickhead. I'm not talking about melanated people. You're going in timeout for at least a day. Okay, sorry, you guys. Anyways, yeah, so you're just being told to basically keep how you remain able to stand on your own 2 feet and functioning. Keep that energy to yourself. Keep that information to yourself. Don't go around bragging to people or telling people how you are so successful, because people can obviously see that God's glory is within you. This is one reason that you cannot be beat. But somebody wants to come and take something from you, and they're going to have a very hard time. This is you guys are dealing with people that think that they can literally just take candy right out of a baby's hand. And I don't know if anybody's actually tried to do that, but I have seen an experiment done, and it's not as easy as it looks. Okay, so taking candy from a baby, that's not people are funny. They're funny how they think that they can just say whatever they want and get away with whatever they want. And that is not that's not what the actual truth is. Anybody that is bullying you at this time is going to receive karma. And 2026 is not the year to do baneful magic on people, unless you have a legitimate reason. And I can't come up with a legitimate reason to resort to black magic. If you have a problem, go to God, okay? Go to your higher self. Go within and heal. If you have a problem with somebody else, know that it's not that other person. It's something going on with you that drew that person into your reality. And know that you cannot control other people, so let it go. When it comes to being like, oh, they're just going to do another spell on me. Oh, they're just going to do another ritual. So what? That doesn't mean that the shit's going to work. You have to understand that the laws of the universe function in a certain type of way. What people send out, what they play around in, what they dabble in, it will affect them. It's not going to affect somebody who's living in the upright. Like, literally, when you're fulfilling your destiny and doing what you came to this planet to do, there's nothing on this planet that can touch you. Okay? So this is why you're able to stand on your own 2 feet. And people could be doing spells and trying to put protection around those spells, like, no karma comes back on me. I'm sorry, but when it comes, there is no spell that can get rid of karma. You either have to live through the karma, or you can, literally get the truth of God and access your God conscious state. And then you can clear the karma yourself. But you either got to live through it or you got to go through it. Those are the two organic ways that karma is neutralized. Okay. And so these people that are like, oh, I'm going to curse them, but then put a karmic protection spell, that's bullshit. That stuff is not possible. I don't care how many voodoo practitioners have done it to how many fucking people, okay? Unless you're living in like Haiti or Africa where that stuff is like really big, it's not going to happen. There's some people that cannot be touched like that, okay? People can do, I've had numerous people try to take my life with voodoo and try to fuck with my beauty, my health, all of that shit. Throughout my experience of being a person, okay? I've had many experiences with witchcraft, and I am still here today to tell you that if you spiritually cleanse, if you pray, if you develop a spiritual connection with God, do you think that witchcraft is going to work on you? No, it's not. 7 of Swords. The people that you're dealing with know that the choices that they've been making are the wrong choices. They know this. They know that they're not supposed to be dabbling in darkness. They also know that this may come back to bite them in the future. The 7 of Swords is all about this person is running with knives, running with 5 knives while looking behind their shoulder. Why are they looking behind their shoulder? Because they've messed so many people over, They've messed so many people over that they don't know at what point is somebody going to come pick up one of these swords and stab it in their back. And so the 7 of Swords is talking about for people that are running away from making decisions. I feel like somebody is standing on the fence of, do I continue to try to bully collective or do I just walk away? Like, people that are bullies are cowards. They're people that only want to hurt other people because they've been hurt. But they're going for innocent people, and that's where they got things twisted up at. It's amazing to me how witches and warlocks do not go after, like, people who are criminals or pedophiles or people that are bad people in society. It seems like they always love to attack the chosen one who's shining brightly. That's just what it seems like, literally. But yeah, you know, the dangerous thing about doing witchcraft on somebody that you just look at them and you're like, oh, I can send the evil, I can do this, because people like to think that they're God. Like, people, you can be God in your own life. You can access your God consciousness and be that energy for yourself. But you have to understand, God is love, joy, and peace. That is what source is. That's why everything that doesn't feel good is unauthentic, and it's not our true self. That love, joy, and peace that it exists, that is what the essence of what God is, and it's manifested itself through everything in creation. So you just have to understand that God is there. Your higher power is not confused about who you are, who this person is. You're dealing with people that are very selfish, you know, very selfish. Like, they really feel like using other people is the way that they get success. And they're about to find out that no, that's when it comes to other people that are low vibrational, that stuff will work. But when you become aware, this is why witches and warlocks don't want you to believe in magic, because when you become aware of it, confirmation, you'll start checking for it. And if you check for it and you find out that somebody has tried to cross you, hex you, bind you, whatever, you can return that energy back to that person, or you can just ask the divine realm to handle it, and the divine realm will handle that shit. Okay? But you got to give your guides and your angels permission to help you. All right? Because the difference between darkness and light is that the darkness doesn't, it's not that they don't value life, but they don't value life in the same way. Okay? The darkness has no problem. Like, I was reading for somebody the other day, and they had a dark archangel as a spirit guide that was going to tear somebody's ass up, okay, for messing with them. The darkness does not care. The darkness will go against people's free will. The beings of the light, they do not do that. They respect free will. So without you asking for assistance, your angels and guides can't do a whole lot. Of course, some of us do have dark guides. You know, there was a time when I was seeing spirits all around me, and I was terrified because I didn't know the spirits that I was seeing was my spirit guides until I figured that out. Then I was like, oh, I just have, you know, scary ass dark spirit guides. Some of them were reptilians. Some of them were, you know, fallen angels, all sorts of different things. Okay. But they weren't there to hurt me. They were there to help me. And so there is nothing that is truly evil. I think the only thing that could become truly evil would be a person. And they got to do that on their own. So what I'm kind of getting is with this Seven of Swords is that somebody is running away from making a decision whether to leave you alone or not leave you alone. And I feel like if people would just mind their business, they would not be in trouble with God, literally. Nine of Wands. You're dealing with somebody that feels like your success is permanently wounding them. I don't feel like you being successful is hurting anybody. I feel like it's benefiting you. And because it's not benefiting somebody else, they feel wounded. This is somebody that you didn't want to take with you. I mean, it does not have to be an ex, and it does not have to be like a lover or anything like that. This is just somebody that maybe you don't even know this person. Maybe this person's just watching you. Some people will like literally just look at somebody and be like, oh, I can just fuck with that person, and not realize that they're people that are spiritually protected. Whoever this person is to you, they're experiencing setback after setback after setback because they know that the decisions that they've been making up until now. And no, I'm not picking up on meth. I don't know why whoever keeps coming in to say that, but you guys, like, stop. I mean, or don't. I'm going to report it for being weird anyways. But I'm not picking up that these people are on drugs. They're on witchcraft. Point blank period. Witchcraft could work like a type of drug, to be quite honest. It could have effect on somebody's life like a drug would. You see things before it happens? Well, that's a good thing. You're listening to your gifts and abilities. I feel like the reason that you guys are this Nine of Pentacles energy is because you continually avoid tragedy by listening to your natural gifts and talents. the way that you get information. You guys could be seeing angel numbers. You could be seeing 444, 888, 666, 999. All of those are talking about this situation. Because it feels like somebody is just like, either somebody, you're dealing with more than one person. Feels like somebody has like egged somebody on to gang stalk you. That's what I'm picking up. It's because you're a Nine of Pentacles energy, and these people are not. They want to know how to become a Nine of Pentacles, and somebody feels like you were just gifted something, and maybe you were gifted something, but whose business is that? You know what I mean? Literally, leave it up to God. Leave it up to God. God gave you the gifts and talents that you have now. Not a superficial, external, other human being. And I don't care if you have ancestors that you inherited these gifts from. God gave you the ability to be self-sufficient, okay? And because you are being self-sufficient, it's got somebody upset. And because you're following your dreams, your ships are coming in. You're over here dreaming of a new world, ready to give birth to a brand new creation, a brand new version of yourself, and somebody feels like that they can't live with that that's not acceptable. I'm also feeling like the funny bone. Maybe somebody thinks that it's really funny messing with you. I think that it's dangerous to mess with you. That's what I think. Okay. Anybody that had an intuition would be able to look at your guys' energy and be like, maybe I shouldn't do that. But yeah. Yeah, be careful what you wish for, y'all. You don't want to be wishing for things to go by quick. Just if you wish for things to happen as they should, as the bigger picture unfolds, then you'll be in alignment to receive, okay? But yeah, just like that Adam Sandler movie where he goes to Bed Bath & Beyond and gets the remote TV remote thing, and then he starts controlling his life and fast forwarding and pausing and rewinding. Like, you don't ever want to be in a situation where you feel like your life just passed you by and you didn't get to do A, B, and C, right? And I don't answer personal questions about myself, okay? Because it's not relevant to this reading. So anyways, these people are surrounded by trouble. They always are, though. That's the whole thing of having those two swords behind them and worrying that somebody is going to come pick up one or two of those swords up and stab them in the back. These people are experiencing bad luck because they're not able to persevere through the challenges that life has brought them, okay? They're experiencing bad luck because every time they get tested, they fail. It's like, what did they think they're going to get? When they're trying to push bad luck and bad karma onto you and you've not done anything to them to provoke them, even if you did something to provoke them, I don't think you shining is hurting anybody. And if people feel that way and they're like, oh, the light's too bright, it's blinding me, then maybe they should look away. People don't have to watch you. Just like I will always say, if you don't like me, go to a reader that you do like, okay? I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea, all right? And I am a very open, I love everybody of every type of community. I respect all religions, but this is not really a religious channel, but I respect people, and I do my best to literally show compassion and grace to everybody. And I'm not judgmental. And I don't act like I'm perfect, because I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect. So let's just get that out there for anybody that is trying to project that, because that's what I'm picking up. It's like, oh, you think you're so perfect. No, actually, y'all don't know fucking anything about me, and I don't think that I'm perfect. Wheel of Fortune. This is what I'm saying. Somebody is watching your ships come in. They're watching you watch your ships come in. Let's just say that. And then you're over here spinning the Wheel of Fortune because it's your turn to win. You guys have done the work. When you do that spiritual work by healing, by going within, gaining your own connection with source, entering into the vibration of love, joy, and peace, the more time you spend in a high vibration, the more high vibrational your life will be. It's just like where your attention goes, energy flows. So if you're putting your attention on things that you don't want, then you're going to manifest things that you don't want, because the universe does not understand yes and no. It only understands vibration. And so if we're asking for something that we're afraid to receive, we're putting a counteractive frequency into what we're trying to manifest. So that's why it's so important to just, make sure that when you're doing any type of spiritual work or manifestation, or you're calling things in, that you're doing it from a space of feeling clear, safe, and knowing that what you pray for, you will receive. I've had too many times in my life where miracles have happened, where I've prayed and a miracle has happened, or I've asked for something, or I've said something and a miracle has happened. So I've had too many experiences. But the more that you guys awaken, and I get that most of you have gone through your awakening in 2012, you could have gone through a lot of hardships at that time, or a lot of change that came after that. Yes, you attract the energy that you put out. That's exactly it. Verbatim. That's a great way to state it. So yeah, I feel like you guys are entering into this state where you're fulfilling why you came to this planet in the first place. A lot of you guys came at this time so that you could help the planet ascend, and so you could go through an ascension without having to die, okay? Like in the past, you would have to basically pass away to ascend, and now in this lifetime, you're going to be able to go through an ascension and ride an ascension wave that the planet goes through, because the earth has not always been third dimensional. In the past, the earth, in the ancient past, okay, I'm talking about like Atlantis and Lemurian times. In Lemuria, the frequency of the planet was 7th vibrational, okay, 7th dimension. And then after that tragedy happened in the civilization of Mu, it went down to, 5th dimensional planet. And then from the tragedy Atlantis, it went down to a 3rd dimensional planet. So you guys are here to go back to that original frequency and vibration that you originated at. And a lot of you guys are meant to be seen. You're meant to be people who inspire other people. You're meant to be people who are in a position to help lead other people to the truth and to the light, whether it's through art, whether it's through expression, whether it's through literally guiding people with your words, okay? Or it could be through even acting, performing, singing, dancing, anything that's creative. Everybody's divine life purpose is to use the gifts and abilities that they have to help themselves and then to help others around them. And every time you help yourself, you help other people, okay? Literally. Also, you guys could be very aware of the mandala effect and how you shift frequencies and shift timelines. I feel like a lot of you are not in the same reality that you started off in when you first came into life. And so that's not a bad thing. The thing is that I feel like a lot of you that are healers go to different dimensions, and you do work, and you stay in that dimension or that frequency or that version of Earth for a certain amount of time, and then things shift. When you guys notice small changes in your reality that you know for a fact were different somewhere else, that is the mandala effect. I've had many experiences of the mandala effect, like really, really, really. And pay attention to your guys' dreams, Pay attention to your dreams. Your dreams are always downloads. It's going to give you more information about, well, if you have anything that is a danger, pay attention to your dreams. Know that there are certain things about dreams, like if somebody's trying to feed you food, that is a sign of witchcraft. If somebody, pay attention to that. For me, when I had my witchcraft dream, that was about the people that were doing the witchcraft, they came to me in the dream state when I was dreaming, when I was sleeping, and these two people that were my old neighbors, they told me that they were doing witchcraft on me. And I was like, why would you do that? And then I woke up literally and heard shit outside my window, looked outside my window, and there were those two people doing witchcraft on me. So you just have to listen to what your dreams are telling you and pay attention. And if you're not remembering your dreams, that could be a sign that there is a blockage. I suggest that you guys get a dream journal. Keep a pad of paper and a pen next to your bed, or use, there's a dream app that you can download for free that helps you basically record what your sleep was, if you slept good, and then what dreams you had. Because these dreams, for some of you guys, your dreams come true. After you dream a certain situation, it comes true. I've had many circumstances where I've dreamt something and then it ends up happening. So, and some of the times I'm able to avoid whatever happens because I change something in my reality, and then that situation changes. So just know that. Six of Cups. Whoever this is to you that is being a butthead, because that's all like what I want to say, they're just being an idiot. They feel like you are still this old version of yourself that you were when you were a child. Somebody thinks that you're extremely naive. I don't think that you guys are naive. I'm also getting that you could have very happy memories from the past with this person. Also, you could have been in the energy of fulfilling your destiny and fate as a child, and you're still, the fact that you still have your destiny, this person scratching their head, feeling wounded, like, no, I thought I threw my bad luck, I thought I threw my bad karma, I thought I threw the evil eye, I thought I did this and this and this. And yeah, we know what they thought. Okay. But did it work? No, it didn't work. Even if you felt the symptoms of it, it did not take you out. You guys are still here to be able to have this conversation today, okay? King of Wands. So for those of you that are men or males, okay, there is somebody that is very, very competitive when it comes to you. And then those of you that are females, whoever this King of Wands is, this is somebody that is very sexual. They also think that they're like the best thing since sliced bread. They think, yeah, this King of Wands wants to take a leadership position from you guys. They want to be the star. Well, let me cover up her body. There we go. They want to be the star, right? See how the star, which is associated with the Aquarius zodiac, see how she's holding two different streams of consciousness, two different flows of water. It's just like showing you that you have natural abilities, natural talents, okay, that other people do not possess, that they will never possess, not in this lifetime. There's no spell work. There's no spell book that you can pick up that will just give you a talent, like an authentic talent, okay? There's just not. The best thing you're probably going to get would be getting the truth of God, okay? And accessing that higher version of yourself that does have the abilities. But this King of Wands is blocked. They feel injured by your success, and they're taking it way personal when it's really not personal. I'm also feeling like if you guys are feeling stabbing pains in the back, that's a sign that there is betrayal going on. And so the best crystal that works with psychic attack, protection from psychic attack, is called rainbow obsidian. And it is a type of obsidian that is literally has rainbow colors through it. Okay. That is going to be a really good one to wear when you feel that stabbing in the back energy, or when you feel like somebody is trying to latch onto you. Because I do feel like you guys are dealing with mainly projection. And so when people are trying to project the way that they feel because they're miserable, and misery wants company, however, you're not a miserable person. You also do not look like what you've been through. And so this is why this person feels the need to inflict more suffering. But they don't understand that they're not going to be able to, they don't have the ability within their own psyche or mind or whatever to calculate the outcome of your destiny. Okay. I'm also getting that you guys could be getting like a lot of dreams for the future, and you could be making contact with somebody that will actually help you in your life. And somebody, you know, this King of Wands is pissed off. They're trying to compete with y'all for something that they'll never get their hands on. And so do not be discouraged. When you don't see success right away, that does not mean to quit and walk away. Check certain things, okay? Like if I were to feel like success was blocked, I would start asking questions like, okay, is this my energy? Is this a thought or belief or frequency within me? And then I'll always get that there is something going on within me. And then I'll go, okay, and then is there anything else that is going on with somebody else? You know, this King of Wands wants to be somebody that's in a position of power because they feel powerless. This is why they're a bully, you know? I'm also getting that a lot of you guys are figuring out that your abilities do not have limitations. Nobody can just come up and tell you that your gifts don't work, that you're not real, whatever. These people that are non-NPCs, they're basically like not actually there, okay? These people don't have a connection to their soul because they've never thought about creating one. That's crazy to me. But also, this King of Wands could be somebody that's a little bit older than you guys. You guys could be in like your 30s or in your 40s. This person could be in their 50s or their 60s. It says on the card 40, but I don't really feel like it's that. This person could be 46 years old. The number 46 could be relevant. The Tower. This person is in the Tower because they abuse their power. Not only that, they're finding out the hard way that bullying other people is not how you get what you want. Maybe that worked when they were like younger or in high school or something like that. But, you know, you have to understand people that bully other people are miserable as all hell. Those are not happy people. And you're dealing with people that are seeing you live your life and be happy and accept yourself. And they're like, oh no, we got to stop this person before they, you know, go too far. And that's the thing, is that your destiny was never up for grabs. It was never like up for interpretation. That's between you and God, you know, and only you can do the things that will benefit your future. Everybody else that wants to project the way that they feel onto you, they don't have a say when it comes to your future, when it comes to your connection. These people don't have an argument when it comes to the spiritual realm. Yeah. See, this person, this King of Wands, does not understand that the trouble they're in will only end after they get rid of some type of belief system, some type of way of acting, or some type of way of thinking, or some type of way of being. Okay? They're unaware that they're the basically bane to their own existence. This person is causing suffering in their own life and the people around them. Also, this person is a dumbass. This person likes to send out a bunch of negative energy, and they consciously do this. This person tries to send energy balls and all sorts of stupid shit. They send this energy, but they never ever protect anyone around them. This is how I know that this person is completely self-centered and does not care about other people. And that is like not your problem. I do feel like what you guys have going on is not this person's business. And there are going to be people that don't like you because you're beautiful. There are going to be people that don't like you because you are loving. There are going to be certain people that just don't like you because you're happy. Okay. And that also is not your fault. Okay. Oh, God bless Brazil. Such a beautiful country. Awesome. So yeah, this person literally could have been a coworker, an ex, or a colleague, but they don't have to be. They could be somebody that's just, you know, very interested in where you're going and where you're about to be. This person wants to know physical location of you, and I feel like it's so not their business. Since when is tracking you gonna, like, this is what I'm saying. This is why this is illogical. Tracking you and stalking you is not going to get this person success. Like, what comes from stalking somebody? Like, what actually comes from that? Can anybody even answer that? Like, what do you even get? What fulfills somebody that's being a stalker? For some of you guys, you just have somebody that was always competing with you, that, you know, this person is in the Four of Cups. They're bored. The things that are done out of boredom. It's crazy. I'm also getting that this person is focused on materialism and how things look physically, and like physical objects and stuff, like nice clothes, nice cars, how things look externally rather than how things are on the inside. And this is a big problem that they have. Because this person, while they're over here trying to duplicate what you've already created, while this person is over here trying to impersonate you and pretend like they're like you, they're not looking at how they could become like you, how they could use you as inspiration to get so that they could get into alignment. This person is missing the true message behind why the glory of God exists within you. This person is missing the concept, okay? I can't tell you how to become God. Like I said, we are already God. This is why getting The Truth of God by Michael Stedman, the link is in the description box, is going to help you bridge your ego with God consciousness. But yeah, when it comes to trying to play God in anybody else's life, that's not going to happen, because everybody, like I said, we are all God. We are all creating our own reality. So, we don't have power over other people's realities. And people that fuck around with witchcraft find that out, that they don't have power over other people's realities, especially when you're dealing with somebody that's in their destiny. It looks like you guys are moving into alignment. The energy of the star is no coincidence. This is good fortune. The year 2026 is going to be a year where a lot of new stability, a lot of fertility, a lot of abundance, and a lot of finances come in. It's also going to be a year about receiving, setting things up for the future so that you can continually, oh, God bless the UK, so you guys can continually be in the energy of being able to receive from source, whether it's a message or something else like a blessing. Other people cannot predict what's in your Akashic records. They can't just like tap into and I know people will say that they can do that, but no. God, spirit is not going to show somebody something that they can use against you, okay? And the things that are in the Akashic records are not things that can really be used against you. That's like trying to hold somebody it's like trying to judge somebody or blame them for who they used to be in a past life. That's not going to happen, okay? When you come into this lifetime, it's not that you don't have to deal with past life karma. Obviously, that's a real thing. But, as far as the human world going to judge you for who you were in the past, no. If God's not judging you, don't let another person make you feel like you're not good enough or that your perspective is incorrect, okay? Because they believe in something different. A lot of you guys are dealing with some people that don't have any solid beliefs. They don't have a solid foundation. They're not secure in themselves. 5 of Swords. These are people that always put themselves first to the detriment of everyone else. It says they're very sabotaging energies. These people need to understand that they need to mind their own business and stop trying to snoop into your life. Like, I know that you guys are very mystical and mysterious, but what your sexual orientation are, all of the things that make you are none of this person's business, okay? And I feel like for some of you, this King of Wands already knows certain things about you, but they don't know who you are today. Maybe they knew a version of you when you were younger or something like that, but they don't know who you are today. And that's a big difference. The Empress. So remember to take the gender out of tarot, because we have both feminine and masculine energies within us. So you guys could be tapping into your spiritual, creative nature, your intuition, your gifts and abilities. Somebody is seeing you as somebody that is living a life of comfort and ease, and they're upset about that because they're not able to latch onto you, to switch places with you, or to sit right next to you at your table. It's like God's preparing a table before you in the presence of your enemies, and somebody is wanting to sit at that table given a seat. And why God hid your door to value from this person is so that this person, had they seen who you truly were in the spirit, they would have tried to do something else, something even worse than what they've already attempted to do. And this person is in the tower because they're bored. It's their own boredom and their lack of action and lack of responsibility and accountability for their own life that's got them in this tower that they can't get out of. And they just keep trying to project that energy onto you, like you're going to suffer for this person's bullshit. We cancel and rebuke any person that wants us to suffer along with them, or any person that wants to sit at our table that, you know, God is preparing for us. We cancel and rebuke these people, okay? I don't care who they are to you, who they were to you. This person is not anything. I feel like you guys know that whoever these people are, they're not of use to the Holy Spirit. God allowed these people to come in to motivate you to get into alignment so you could receive your blessing. But other than that, it just feels like the universe is setting you up to continually have win after win after win. But you have to be in alignment for your assignment to be able to receive the wins, okay? So, like verbatim, if you were to engage with this King of Wands when they come talking their shit, that would lower your frequency. Do not meet people where they're at. Stop accepting bum ass behavior. Stop accepting people's low vibrations. Make them step up to be on your level, or they can't communicate with you. Point blank, period. If you have to dumb yourself down so that somebody can understand you, that person, they need to get it together, okay? It's not your job to lower your frequency to interact with another person. If they can't understand you, they need to keep it moving, okay? Because I literally get that there's nothing complicated about your life and where you're going and your spiritual connection. It's not complicated. Somebody wants you to think that everything is complicated, that everything's too difficult. That's the way that they feel. It's all projection. And never take accountability for somebody else's feelings, especially when you don't vibrate that way. It's like, I'm not an insecure person. I'm not somebody who even gives a fuck like that about what other people feel about me. That's none of my business, and I don't care. And if somebody feels the need to come tell me to my face that I'm a piece of shit, then I'm gonna just ignore that dumb person, because they obviously do not know me and they're trying to judge me. And this is the way that you need to look at things. When somebody wants to come vocalize to you that they don't believe in you or whatever, that is not an issue. That's not your problem. You just need to heal why you drew that person into your reality to tell you that. Other than that, that's that person's problem for the way that they feel. You know, you could have just provoked a feeling in somebody. I feel like whatever you guys put your energy and you invest your time and your efforts into, it will be successful. You guys just need to be investing in the right things, okay? Investing in loving yourself. When you love yourself, witchcraft will not work on you. When you invest in devoting some of your time and your energy to your spiritual journey, you're always going to be able to listen to that intuition, because you'll be tapped in. People that don't ever tap in or tune into source, you know, they're walking around making decisions off of a whim, and that can be very dangerous. 7 of Cups, illusions. That, see, why I feel like this person cannot step up to your level, they can't meet you where you're at, is because they have swallowed, you know, they're stuck in their shadow side, and they've swallowed all of these illusions. They really believe, you know, some shit that's not actually true about you. And so people really need to get the facts correct before they start attacking people. It can be very dangerous, you know, to just run around randomly attacking people. You could attack John Wick and piss somebody like that off, and then the rest of your life will be hell. So just know that this person is experiencing some type of supernatural event that they cannot avoid, and they can't run away from it either. Two of Cups. You still have a genuine connection, a real soul contract with the divine realm. This is why you're so protected. There is no spell that anybody can do to remove your protection that God gave you, okay? There's just not. And if you continue to do the right thing and treat people how you want to be treated, there will not be a situation that comes up to where you're going to have to compromise your self-worth or your soul for something. I do feel like you are basically in alignment with this soul contract so that you can be of assistance to other people as well. Six of Wands. You guys are coming into fame and public recognition for a reason, okay? Like I said, there is no coincidences. I also get that a lot of you guys just need to be mindful of who you're telling your business to. Some people don't want to see you succeed. Or some people, they want to go with you on your journey. And this is like, you know, this is like a bunch of people trying to walk the same path as you. You may be built for fame. This other person is not meant to be known by people. They're not meant to be a household name. None of this shit that is actually meant for you is meant for them. This is why they'll never attain it. Because it's just not in, they're not in alignment for it. The way that their mind works is not in alignment to receive a blessing that's yours. And you naturally have the genetic makeup to hold these gifts and these abilities, and this person does not, okay? They were not created to do what you do. You just make whatever you do look easy. And so somebody is feeling like that's unfair, that you're not having to struggle and suffer. And you have struggled and you have suffered. You just have not given up on yourself. And this person is standing on the fence of, oh, should I leave them alone or should I keep going with this dumb shit? This person should have left you alone a long time ago. Two of Pentacles. You may get some news, literally, that this person is getting locked up, or you may receive news that your ships are coming in and that success is here. That you could even receive news that you're being invited to some type of social gathering. I feel like a lot of you guys have a lot of great changes in store for you. You could also receive news that somebody has passed away and left you something. This is an excellent time for new projects. You're getting that message right now. This is an excellent time for new projects, basically. I'm also getting that if you were doubting a project and you put it aside because you felt like it wasn't going to be successful, now is the time to pick that project back up. Don't give up on your hopes and dreams. That's what somebody wants you to do. They just want you to walk away from your calling. And it's not that this person thinks that they can fulfill your duties or be you or answer your calling. This person just doesn't want to see you happy. That's all. They're just a Debbie Downer, the Emperor. So like literally this could be about a love union between two people coming together, okay? But ignore the fact that this Emperor looks old. You guys could just be literally in a position where you have mastered your own emotions, where you're stepping into a leadership role and you're assisting other people and using your authority in a positive way. Oh, thank you. I hope you guys have a great day as well. So just know, you know, whoever this person is that tried to do dirty to you, they're going to be restricted, okay? Whether it's prison, actual jail, or you know, something worse happening to them. People that experience spiritual prison are the people that will beg for real jail. They'll be like, just send me to prison for 20 years. Like being in a coma or being paralyzed is way worse than having to go to jail. So I feel like this King of Wands could have done something to try to hurt somebody's child. They did something really, really evil, okay? For some of you guys, this person did something really bad. And this is why they're up under such heavy judgment, because they're delusional. They feel like they're just going to get away with whatever. Yeah, Nine of Swords. I feel like somebody is definitely grieving. They're upset that you're still happy, you're still moving forward, and that you're not in poverty or debt. They're also upset that they can't take something from you. This is about like wanting to take a child away from somebody. Maybe you share a child with somebody and there was a custody fight or whatever. Somebody's like, I can't do anything to take their happiness away. Wah. And that's the way that they feel, because it's true. No, this person can't do anything to take your happiness. When you fill your own cup of happiness and you don't rely on external sources, objects, people, or things, you know, you go within and you fill your own cup of happiness, then nobody can mess with your happiness. This is why going within is the most powerful thing. And that's what the truth of God teaches you, is to go within, because that's where your connection is. It's not going to be on the outside of you. You can light a candle, but if you don't ever address and try to manifest like a spell or something, but if you don't ever address what's going on within, then that external manifestation is just going to be a bunch of wasted energy. Eight of Swords. What did I say about jail? The Eight of Swords card is about jail. It's about imprisonment. This person could be literally crying because they know that they're going to go to freaking jail for whatever they tried to do to you or your children. And if this is like some type of generational cursing crap, yeah, it ends with you. I would be affirming it ends with me. Whatever this was, it ends with me. And to be quite honest, this person that's very hubris and very cocky, they should be afraid of retaliation. However, you guys have not retaliated on this person. If you did, this person would not be here today. Especially if you resorted to the same methods that they tried to use, like witchcraft or sorcery or demons or whatever other shit. This person, this King of Wands, is going to be forced into living by other people's rules. They're going to have to conform. Okay. And I also get that this King of Wands energy has an addiction. It could be more than one addiction. Yeah. See, the world is open for you guys. Okay. It's like you guys could be creating social media platforms. You could be helping the less fortunate. You could be getting ready to travel the world. You could be doing business all over the world, or you could just be connecting with people from all over the world. I literally get that you guys are meant to be inspirational to other people. You're meant to be, it's like an unexpected sum of money is going to come your way. You could have literally asked for a blessing and it's on its way. Maybe you're going to get to sue this King of Wands. I don't think that they have, like, this person is broke loser. They don't have anything to take. But again, you may sue them anyways, especially if they were trying to harm your child or trying to do something just extreme, okay, to ruin your happiness. For some of you guys, this is somebody you shared a child with. And for some of you guys, this is somebody from the past. For some of you guys, this was a fucking coworker or a neighbor. I'm getting real creep vibes from this King of Wands. This overly sexual person that can't keep their shit together, can't keep their dick in their pants. To save their life, too, because they're probably going to go to jail for some sex-related crime, literally. I also get that this person is not going to be confused. They're already preparing for the cops to kick their shit in, okay? Kick their fucking door in. This person's already prepared for that. So I feel like they know it's coming. They just don't know when it's coming. And if this is like Archangel Michael coming in to whoop that ass, this person will be restricted. They will be limited from doing whatever they were doing in the past, and they will not be given a green light in any type of way to continue living in the way that they're living. Because to be quite honest, this King of Wands, I don't feel bad for them because they're a predator, but they do need help. They need some type of help that I couldn't offer, that literally needs to be a doctor or some shit, or a psychiatrist or something like that. And there are some people that are just, edophiles, those types of people that are just disgusting. And I'm not trying to be judgmental at all, but I do kind of judge that because it makes me feel so gross, and it makes me fucking sick just to think about it. But people that are into that dumb shit, I don't know how those people could be fixed, but there's got to be some type of therapy that could be done. And I feel like this person is definitely into teenagers or young people. And so they're a threat to society. So they're basically sitting around, like I said, they've screwed so many people over. This person, God, Seven of Pentacles, they're also losing their investment. Whatever they invested in, like getting people to gang up together against you, to stalk you, to watch you, to obsess over you, whatever. They're all losing money. This is why I feel like whatever they invested in is not giving them a good return, and so they're pissed off. They're like, well, why is their investment giving a return? It's like, because you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Some of you are parents, and you're supposed to be raising your children, and you have somebody over here wanting to interfere with that. And again, people need to mind their own business. This person made bad choices. They didn't use their intuition. They don't listen to that little voice in their head that says, oh, I should do this or I shouldn't do that, or maybe this is wrong. This person doesn't have a conscience. They don't have anything that's actually guiding them other than their own demonic nature. Eight of Pentacles. And this person is pissed off because of what you do for work. They're pissed off as to how you're able to be consistent and to work. And this person was like literally like clapping, jumping up and down, so happy a couple weeks ago, thinking that they had done something to ruin your housing situation. And now they're finding out that, you know what, God's always got your back. You're going to have a house to live in. The fact that you even do work at all shows that literally whatever you're working on, it's going to be world renowned, you know? And so, literally, this Eight of Pentacles energy is whatever that you're working on. You're working smarter, not harder, and your hard work will be satisfying and successful. There's no get rich quick plan, but telling these other people that is pointless because they're always going to be trying to get rich quick off of somebody else's downfall. And this is why I feel like it's like gossip and shit is low vibrational. Slander is low vibrational. Investing in doing gang stalking and harmful things to people is low vibrational. Why do these people that invest in low vibrational shit think that they're going to get something high vibrational from it? Why would God reward somebody for bullying another person? Think about that. For what reason? And when I say God, I'm talking about the universe. I'm talking about the love, joy, and peace that exists. There is no reward for harassing a chosen one. It says, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. Okay? That's a warning in general for the people that serve a higher power, okay? To not mess with those people. This person is not confused about that. They know that you are here to be a light and a beacon of hope to other people, to lead people to go within and to find the answers to their own problems. You have invested your energy correctly, your time and your resources in the correct way. This is why you're still able to stand on your own 2 feet today. The people that want to negotiate with the spiritual realm about that, let them try to argue with your ancestors and shit like that. Just let them. Because that's foolish. Trying to be like, well, why did they get the blessing? That is foolish behavior. Okay? And I feel like this person is losing their investment. They're losing a lot of money. A lot of it. In fact, I don't feel like they had a whole lot to begin with, but they're losing a lot. Yeah, this is because you're a high priestess. You know, you guys see the truth in all things. You know what's going on. You're not completely unaware of what's happening. This is why you're not going to be blindsided. You're using your intuition to create a body of work. It could be a revelation you're having. It could be literally a vision that you've had. It could be a great idea. You guys are using your intuition. You're being guided. You're listening to that energy that does come from source, that we're not ever disconnected from. However, are we aware of it? It takes a little bit of fine-tuning our frequency to tap into it. But, you know, like Esther Hicks says, it's getting into your vortex. Now, somebody wants you to think that when you don't receive money or I don't know if this is donations, extra work, or whatever, they're trying to block a flow of money. This person is very dumb because it's their money that's being blocked. They came in with the intention to stop you from being able to be who you naturally are, and that was a bad investment. This is why they're not getting a return on that. Like, when you're a part of a bigger picture that involves you being who you are to inspire other people, whoever wants to come up against that is coming up against God, because it's God's plan. It's your higher self's plan. And so, you know, also, this person knows that you have extraterrestrial in your DNA, and they're pissed off because everything that they've tried to do with magic is not working. And they're not able to close your third eye. They're not able to disconnect you from the source impossible. But yeah, they're not able to do any of the things that they thought they were going to get to do. And on top of that, they can't harm you or your children and cut your legacy off, and they can't stop your children from being chosen empathic, psychic, crystal, rainbow, mystical, star children. Okay. This person feels like they need to defeat you for some reason. Hierophant. They need to be concerned about this Hierophant group, a secret society that they betrayed, a coven, a cult they walked away from. This person needs to be worried about this Hierophant group or this religion or spiritual group or whatever coming for them. That's what they need to be worried about, because they invested in falsehood in the human world. When you put your trust and faith in humans, you're going to be let down. But when you put it in your higher self and within yourself and with God, you'll always be led to the truth. You'll always get what you want. See, this is what's going on here. This whole Hierophant group and everyone involved in it, including this King of Wands, they're in the Three of Cups in the reverse. That's what literally jumped out. And that's talking about a lack of exercise. These people do not, and I'm not getting that it's physical exercise, but these people do not do any type of meditation. They don't go within. They don't do any type of cleansing, praying, spiritual work, nothing. Like no fasting, nothing. Where you're over here staying, keeping yourself spiritually clean and doing the things that have been proven throughout history to work, to benefit yourself, you know. This person is experiencing weight gain, rapid weight gain, whoever they are. They're also arguing with everybody that comes into their reality. This person's going to try to argue with this Hierophant, this judge, and this Hierophant is not going to argue, okay? When laws were broken, period. And then also, you know, everybody that was a friend to this person in the past is about to turn on them, literally. And this person's going to be really confused when all of everybody that they thought was on their side turns on them. And also, this person is losing some type of social stature that they got off of using your name to attain something. So if this person was doing a gossip channel talking about you, or just making tweets or whatever other nonsense, okay, to the general public that you are not what you say you are, this person is losing all support because people do not view you the same way that they view you. Okay. I'm also getting that this person is going to feel very lonely. They're afraid of being alone, and that's exactly what they're going to get. They're going to be left alone to fend for themselves. They can figure it out. Since they decided to try to block everybody else and try to block justice and all that, let this person try to fucking figure it out on their own. And I really feel like if somebody is coming towards you in the middle of winter asking for your help, it's because they're being casted away. Literally. This person needs to think positive and take better care of themselves and stop drinking so much. But again, they're not going to do that because they're addicted. This person's addicted to trying to cause you suffering. And it's a bad investment. That's a bad, like, this person has a whole life that they need to be concerned with. They have people in their life they need to be concerned with. But instead of being concerned about their own shit, they're over here being concerned about yours. And this is why the universe continues to show this person that they are not in alignment for their assignment, especially if they're trying to monitor you. Death. Because this person's sitting around waiting for you to die. Like, that's crazy to me. And they were dabbling in some type of death magic here, trying to bring an end to your success, to your Wheel of Fortune. This person thought that they were actually going to stop your ability to have a home, to have food in your mouth, clothes on your back. Who the fuck do they think they are? Like, who do they think they are? This person must think that they're God, because literally, who does this person think that they are? To be over here playing in death magic while they're weak as all hell and not taking care of themselves, drinking too much. This person could have been wishing fatness on you, or you to be swollen or puffed up or something like that, and it's happening to them. This person could have wanted you to look like you were dead or something. They're being a weirdo. They're pissed off that they can't take something from you. And they can't remove your protection or kill you off. Or literally, if this person could take your life from you, they would try to. Okay? But yeah, you're safe. You guys are safe from this person. Literally, everything they've attempted to do with this death magic is happening to them and the people that are around them. And this is why I said this person needs to be concerned with the people around them and what's going on in their life, not yours. Also, if this person is going to be able to change, they need to allow the version of themselves that exists right now to die. Yes, you guys are too blessed to be stressed. Okay? Too blessed to be stressed. Literally. I get that your intuitive nature has always given you the truth when it comes to people, places, and things that no longer serve you. You guys are not in danger in any type of way. Knight of Pentacles. There could have been a Knight of Pentacles that was paid to come bring you some type of false document or to try to get you to sign a false contract or a custody or some other type of weird ass agreement. You're not signing over anything. Okay, when it comes to your blessings, even if you wanted to give your blessings to somebody else, your blessings are only for you. And so you can't. Even if you want to, you can't. It's not possible. I'm also getting that this Knight of Pentacles works very hard at serving people papers. This person is going to literally be serving this other person papers while they're over here trying to serve you some doctored up bullshit. Make sure that if there's a police officer coming to your door, I would not be interacting with that shit. I would be calling, if I seen that shit, I would call that person in and ask if they're actually even a police officer or whatever, because I'm getting that this is some weird fabricated plan that would only work on somebody that is like a child or something. Okay, any adult, this shit's not gonna work. Like, nobody is this stupid. Okay, I'm also hearing that this person, you know, is scared of them being blocked. They're afraid that they're going to be blocked moving forward. This person blocked themselves the moment that they tried to block you. I feel like they can throw whatever jab they want to throw at you, but it's like, it's not going to affect you. Some of you guys have like Shiva watching over you. Okay, Shiva will destroy this energy before it even gets started. I'm also hearing that there's a big blockage that's being removed when it comes to your finances and when it comes to your abundance. Whoever was trying to steal from you, siphon from you, continue to live off of you, trade, swap energies with you, soul swap, whatever this bullshit is, it's done. It's over. This person's not moving forward. They're not allowed to move forward. And whoever else they're connected to is also not allowed to move forward. It's like they're literally going to be put in jail. The same things that they wanted for you is about to happen to them. Ace of Cups, because you are loved by God. Fuck what the human world is doing. It doesn't matter if there's not one human that loves you. I love you guys unconditionally. God loves you unconditionally. You have the favor and love from God and the Holy Spirit. What do you need another person for? You also love yourselves. This is what people do not understand about why they can't tip over your cup of happiness. And somebody keeps trying to attach themselves to your solar plexus chakra. Cancel and rebuke them. When you start to feel something tugging on your energy or somebody else playing in your energy, ask the spiritual realm to show you who that person is and what they're doing, and cancel and rebuke them and report them to God and to the higher forces of nature. I would be like, Moon, if this person does anything, whoever they are, if they go petitioning anything to you, ignore them. Okay, Sun, same thing. Any planets that exist, ignore these people. King of Cups. I do feel like you guys may have somebody that's coming in to give you wise advice. Literally. This wise advice has to do, you know, about you making the right choices when it comes to your financial stability in the future. You making the right choices when it comes to what you invest your time and energy into. There could be a huge opportunity or a book deal or some type of offer that's coming your way in 2026, and you're being prepared to accept that offer. Okay, literally. Of course I believe in Shiva. I believe that Shiva and Krishna and all of those beings were extraterrestrials, but they still are very wise beings. So yeah, literally. What I'm picking up, wow, that was too many cards that just fell. Let me see what they are. Okay. Interesting that these ones fell. So we've got the Chariot, which represents the police. And then we have the Queen of Wands. There's definitely a feminine energy that was trying to put the police on you in some type of way, or they're trying to do something to avoid the police being put onto them. But this is an unavoidable, it's not going to work. What fell in the reverse was the Page of Swords in the reverse, which is so this Queen of Wands, if we look at this Queen of Wands and the Page of Swords in the reverse, the Page of Swords in the upright represents spying and monitoring spirits. In the reverse, this is somebody that tells lies. They're unpredictable. Well, it's not people are unpredictable, but their behavior is hard to predict because they're so out of whack. This person's an imposter, not as they appear. They will be exposed, exaggerates and tells lies. This person could have been telling lies on you to the police. The Fool, with the intent to basically avoid the trouble that they're going to get in because they're actually committing crimes. Okay. Like, you're not committing crimes. The police already monitored you. They're being blocked from further monitoring you, point blank, period. Whatever this is that they needed to get signed by a judge to monitor you further did not go through because you're not doing anything. Okay. And this was very foolish. The Fool in the reverse. The Fool in the reverse is talking about these people being childish. You know, they have a lot to learn. Worry and fear blocks positive actions. Don't submit to others' rules and demands for conformity. Literally. These people don't recognize the danger that they're in, and they're close to ruin with crazy decisions, reckless actions, and foolish choices. Point blank, period. And literally, you know, these people, whatever their ideas are going to lead to catastrophe, especially when it comes to disturbing your peace. Protect your peace at this time. King of Swords, because there's going to be somebody that really harshly judges them, okay? In the courts, this judge is not going to rule in these people's favors. This judge is going to put these people in jail. And because they feel like they can avoid jail and avoid their karma and avoid being in trouble for committing crimes, and they think that they can just sacrifice a chosen one, this is one reason that they're going to be judged as harshly as they are. But these people actually do need jail or rehab or some shit. They need to go to some type of program where they can be rehabilitated and fixed. They're a danger to society and a danger to themselves. Page of Pentacles, because these people feel like just because they have children, this is why I was wondering, is this somebody you used to share a child with, an ex-baby daddy, whatever? You know, somebody is looking at you like you have always been an abundant, prosperous child. You are somebody that could have an inheritance. You could have a major blessing that is 100% yours, or you could have a personal legacy that you're leaving your children. Even if you don't have children, who are these people to say that you can't build a personal legacy? You know what I mean? Literally. Who are these people to say that you cannot leave something to the people that care about you? Okay? This is what I'm saying. Like, it's illogical to think that they can just strip you of something that they weren't a part of creating. When you build something with the Most High God, it can't just be torn down. People can try, but it's not going to be successful. Yeah, you guys isolated yourself from people, places, and things that do not serve you. You know what I mean? And by doing this, you've gone within and you've done the needed healing. You've disconnected from people that were out for blood, that were out to be against you. And again, jealousy and envy is not a real reason to come for somebody. Literally, it's just not. But I'm hearing that you guys walked away from people that you thought were on your side, but come to find out they were always jealous. You basically shut people down. You shut people down and cut them off and walked away at the correct time. And because these people were not successful at framing you or setting you up or taking God's light away from you or whatever they were attempting, literally, because these people failed, they feel like it's unfair. But they would never think of, oh, how would I feel if somebody came along and did that to me? How would I feel if somebody said this to me? How would I feel if somebody attacked my child? These people don't care about themselves and they don't care about anybody else. This is why they're not thinking those thoughts, you know? Literally. Like this Queen of Wands could also be ready to give birth to a baby. Why ruin the future by committing crimes and harassing somebody? Why ruin your own future like that? Like, that's crazy. This person thinks that, oh, I'm about to give birth, they'll not take me to jail. They will absolutely fucking take this person to jail. What the hell are they thinking? I also get that this trying to spy on you shit has backfired. These monitoring spirits are literally, they're not functioning in the way that they're supposed to. And so I don't care if it's people that were trying to monitor you or actual spirits, none of this shit is successful. There's also no reason to do that. You've been proven to be legit. So I don't know why this person thinks that they're still going to try you. 8 of Cups. They have to walk away dissatisfied from whatever they were trying to do up under the moon. Like, literally, they have to walk away. I don't care how hard they worked on destroying you. They have to walk away from that or they're going to be destroyed because they called upon destruction. They called upon destruction just because they decided to say, hey, destruction, go over here. These people summoned it. They summoned the epitome, the spirit of destruction. They called upon it. So obviously they're going to be destroyed. And these people are going to destroy themselves by trying to destroy you. Page of Cups, for the love of money. This is because these people want to take something that's meant for you and your children and give it to theirs. And because their family is not shit, this person knows that they're not shit. They could look at their mother and father and see that their mother and father were fucking losers and probably should have never came together. These people know that they're materialistic and all they care about is money and finances and the material manifestation of things. I feel like you guys have already been through your Job season. If anything had destroyed your finances or your ability to make money in the past, that's being regenerated. You're going to get 10 times the amount of whatever was taken from you. Just know that. And whoever this person is that feels that they can just jump in your career and do whatever you're doing, literally, no, they can't. And the universe is showing this person that they're not going to be successful at becoming you. Okay? It's not their purpose to be you. It's their job to be themselves. You have an Ace of Pentacles because you retreated from other people and because you stopped lending money to people that were using you. You have an Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles comes from God. When you rely on God to provide for you, you don't have to put trust in the human world, which is, has flaws, basically. And so this is a good time for whatever you are planting will grow. Whatever you're working on will be very fruitful. Whatever you're working on as a project is a good idea. That's why it was saying, basically, if you have put a project aside because you thought it was not going to be successful, pick it back up. If there's something you love to do, painting, crafting, whatever this is, okay? You could be designing things. Whatever this is that you love to do, do it. Don't waste your life trying to become a mold that somebody else has created for you, okay? Don't waste your life trying to make other people happy. That's a waste of time. I'm also hearing that a lot of you guys are making healthy changes to your diets. A lot of you guys are integrating working out, grounding your energy, cleansing your space. This is another reason that this person is not going to be able to touch you or even reach you. First of all, they have to know where you're physically located to try to send the spell work. And even if these people do know where you physically live or have lived, that is protected. I would be affirming my home, my safety, my sanity, my peace, my life is protected. I am safe from anybody that is on mischievous bullshit. Let's get the likes up, you guys. Literally. Also, I feel like these people need to stop making it out like you owe them shit. You don't owe anybody anything. You don't owe anybody anything. And you don't have to use your abilities to help anyone. You don't have to use your money to help anybody. Okay? You don't. Whatever you decide to do with your own energy, time, influence, and importance and stuff like that, that's up to you. It's not up to somebody else. And they're pissed off about that. Four of Swords, because they know that this is the end of their journey. This is like a permanent funeral for these people. These people could literally be actually losing a loved one, or they could just be losing this war. This is like, you know, somebody that was trying to create spiritual warfare with you, and now they're feeling like, oh shit, like I'm defeated. I wasn't successful. No, sorry. They had no reason to do this. Like I said, jealousy and envy is not a reason. But yeah, this person feels like, okay, maybe I'll just build they're not going to be able to build their resources up. They think, oh, I'll just build my resources up and then come at them a different way. No, this battle is over. If this person continues to abuse their free will to try to, you know, attack you or use you in some type of way, they're going to receive the exact thing that they want to see you go through. Queen of Swords. This is all because you cut people off. Like, it'll never make sense to me why people believe that other people need to die because they walked away from them, that other people need to die because they cut them off, that other people need to die because they have a different opinion or a religion or a viewpoint. That is the people that think that way need to go to a mental hospital, okay? And get real life therapy and maybe even meds, okay? Because that's delusional. Nobody deserves to die because of the way that they are, okay? This Queen of Swords energy that you hold, you have been hurt so many times before. I don't want you guys to think that the universe is just going to let you down. Know that there were forces trying to mess with and manifest things in your reality to where you could not see the rewards of your hard work and your projects flourishing. Four of Wands. Somebody did not want to see you be able to make money. And you know what's going to happen to them? They're not going to be able to make money. But when it comes to you in your life, you're an abundant person. You've always been. You've always been a Nine of Pentacles. Nobody can take that away from you. God created you to be a Nine of Pentacles. You guys are Queen and Kings rising. You're emperors and empresses. You're the highest energy in the deck. These other people are not shit. They were never born a Nine of Pentacles. They never came into this lifetime with the extraterrestrial DNA that's needed to operate these higher gifts and abilities. These people will have to go through a whole ass rebirth and transformation to even access one gift that you possess naturally. So this is like literally, you guys could also be defending yourself verbally. I think that when it comes to stupid people, why even waste your time using your tongue as a sword to defend yourself when you don't have to? These people can't do anything to you. They can try to bully you as much as they want, but is that going to do anything to you? No, it's not going to do anything to you. Realistically, trying to harass somebody, this is why like you have to understand that everything that you survived it for a reason. These people, you know, I've had all sorts of shit being done to me. Everything from sound warfare to psyops to military tactics, all different types of bullying. And people underestimated my strength and my ability to persevere through anything. And even at times when I underestimated my own strength, I still was led to the light. I was led out of the dark tunnel, out of whatever situation these people were trying to put me in. God made a way for me. And so you have to understand that God will make a way for you, you know? And some of you guys just need to move. like a city over a state or something like that. For some of you, moving is important. The World card talks about getting a new job, getting a new location, getting a new home. Okay, this person doesn't want you to be able to move away because they need you to be wherever you're at so they can set you up and frame you. That's what this person wants to do. They're never going to be able to do this. They want to do this for money, and they feel that they can do this because they think that you are a Queen of Cups. They don't realize that you're the Queen of Swords. They're about to, but they think that you're a nurturing, kind, sweet person. You can be kind, but you can also turn into a dragon real quick. You know, smoke coming out of your nostrils and everything. So this is why, you know, in general, people should mind their business and not play with others. You have an Ace of Swords, protection that's given to you by God. No human on this planet can take away the protection that God has given you, that your higher self has for you. Nobody can strip you of that. I don't care how many spells they do. It's going to work on them. They're the ones that are in alignment for it to work on them, you know? Knight of Cups. These people feel like they can just come in at any given moment with some type of bullshit romantic offer and be really charming and trick you. This is why they think that you guys are this soft energy, this sympathetic, empathetic creature that will just fall. Like, this person's delusional. You're not falling for this bullshit, and you don't need to be saved. What the fuck would you need to be saved from? Literally, you are already saved. What, you don't need to be saved from these people even. God is already protecting you. Somebody wants to come through and invite you to something that they've got some ridiculous plan that is never going to work because you're going to see through it. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. You guys are going to remain somebody who has money, who has it, who's got abundance, who can provide for themselves, who doesn't have to rely on religion or government or whatever bullshit to have your needs met. God is going to make sure that you always have abundance, health, wealth, happiness, joy, beauty, good luck, good fortune, finances, time, everything. You're always going to be in this position to be a nurturer and a giver because this is who you truly are. Not this. You guys are not actually this over nurturing person to the point where you harm yourself by giving to other people. You are not who other people say you are. You are who you actually are, which is this Queen of Pentacles. And you are going to be protected so that you remain a Queen of Pentacles. And it doesn't matter how many people come up against you, they will all fail, every single one. And even if they get, you know, together and attempt to do some shit, every single one of them that they conspire with will fail. And they'll feel dumb for doing it. 10 of Wands. These people are going to continue to carry this burden. They're going to continue to be burdened, to carry this burden, and to be a burden to other people. That's who these people are. They want to get rid of this 10 of Wands by framing you and setting you up to take the fall. What in the hell have you ever done? Literally. These people should be looking to see what's coming for them. Because all of this wanting to, oh, let's just send somebody in with the STD to get them. Let's send somebody in to abuse their child. All of these really, really satanic, just low vibrational things that these people are planning on doing, every single one will backfire. And you will be notified at every moment when they backfire. I'm also hearing that somebody's trying to block your ability to hear the truth. No, they don't have that type of power. 5 of Pentacles. You just know that you are dealing with people that are broke, homeless, in poverty. They need shelter. They need a religious institution or some type of external thing, like whatever else, government programs, whatever else. These people, they're needy. And they're not only needy, but they're greedy. Okay, this is why they're not going to have a home. They're not going to have influence. They're never going to be important. They're not going to ever be looked up to. And these people will never be followed by nobody else. Anybody that follows these people will be led right here to the 5 of Pentacles being casted away. Literally. These people are at rock bottom and they're blaming you. You are not to blame for these people's bullshit. I can guarantee it. Page of Wands. They're always going to be in this infantile energy, this childlike energy. It's childish to think that, they can just make their lives your life. Like, that's psychotic. These people are having an identity crisis and they don't know who they are. Ace of Wands, you're just being told to continue to move forward, okay? Because you have this Ace of Wands here, which is help to manifest what you need. Know that what you need will come in. Yes, you have to call it in. There are a few things that you have to do to be in alignment, like not be putting up walls, not be putting up blockages, not be trying to keep things out. Literally allow the things that you desire to come into your reality by accepting them and knowing that you're worthy of them, and stop letting people try to make you a part of the responsibility that they need to take for their own creation. These people are not going to have anything in the future because they never did anything to create anything that would be long lasting. Six of Pentacles. These people are going to have to make payments to the courts, child support payments, and payments possibly even to you in the future if they don't leave you alone. If they don't stop with this dumb shit, you could end up suing these people. And you would absolutely win because justice is on your side. The Knight of Swords. Yeah, there is somebody that is very, very dangerous coming after these people. Okay? The Six of Pentacles energy, this person wants their money and they want it now. And this person, this Knight of Swords energy, this aggressive ass energy is not going to be accepting no bullshit like, oh, the collective over there, they've got the money that I owe you. No, this person is like, you have it, whatever you owe, this person knows that they have it. They're not going to be accepting, oh, let me just throw the other person under the bus. Let me just sacrifice them. Let me just tell the police it was them. Like, no, I don't even care if these people have your DNA and try to put it at the scene of a crime. They're being fucking watched. They've been being watched since the very beginning when they started this shit. They've been being watched by feds and people that are in higher authority. So, the military and shit is already watching these people. And I get that these people don't pay their taxes. You have justice here. This is what I'm saying. The justice system will be on your side when it comes to this situation. If there's a contract that you signed, if these people have broken a contract or whatever, they're in trouble for that. All right, let's get a conclusion and then we'll go. I'll let you guys go. But yeah, just know that you guys are safe, literally. All you need to do is continue to love yourselves, cleanse your energy, pray, ask spirit, ask the Holy Spirit, ask God, ask your higher self to show you what you need to do to be in alignment, to receive what you need to keep yourself in the Nine of Pentacles, able to stand on your own 2 feet, self-sufficient and not a needy person. The Lovers. When it comes to love, call in your twin flame, your highest union. I would be because somebody wanted to block this. They tried really hard to block you from ever having love. That's not logical. That's not even possible. These people are up under judgment. They're up under judgment, which means every person that they did dirt to before you, well, all of the karma will be coming back on these people at once. They are not prepared for that, and they won't be able to just cleanse it away. Whatever they have attached to them by summoning destruction and death will not go on its own. There's no Catholic priest. There's no Islam priest. There's nobody on this planet except for probably one person that I know that could get rid of this fucking shit. Like, seriously. These people will be stuck with being this harsh judgment for the rest of their lives. They're going to get charged with a felony. I don't know what they were thinking. 5 of Wands. This is what they were thinking. They were thinking, oh, I'm just going to compete with the chosen one. I'll throw them under the bus and I'll sacrifice them and I'll get the reward. These people are stupid. That's literally verbatim what they thought. I don't want to see collective with anything. Okay, then look away, because God is preparing a table for the collective in the presence of your enemies. And these people are going to have to watch you receive everything that's meant for you and more. 9 of Cups, you're getting your wishes fulfilled. That money is coming in. Even if you have a slow day or 2 slow days or a 3 or 5 or 10, Cancel and rebuke the spirit of poverty, cancel and rebuke the spirit of doubt, cancel and rebuke the spirit of lack and limitation, cancel and rebuke anybody that is projecting their energy on your wish fulfillment. Do not give people consent to play with you like that. And ask your ancestors to do whatever is necessary so that you can continue to have your wishes fulfilled, especially when it comes to your romantic life. You are worthy and deserving of love. There's no person from the past or from the future or from the present that's ever going to negotiate with God when it comes to you deserving to be loved or having a partner. Okay. Sometimes we just have to get out of our own way because we're thinking thoughts that block what we actually truly desire. And so I feel like, you guys are going to gain a level of stability and abundance that is going to spark jealousy in other people. But hopefully in some people, it will get them inspired to take creative, positive action to result their own, like bring a result to their own bullshit and create something better for themselves. Some people you can't fix, and it's not your job to fix them. It's just your job to be your authentic self, and you'll lead by example. Three of Wands. This is telling you that what you're working on, what you're planning is going to come to fruition. There's nothing in this world that can block it. Not no person, not no spell, not no devil. There's nothing that can block it, okay? All right, what else do we need to know? The devil. Like I just said, there is no demonic energy that can take what God has for you. And there's no person that can work with any devil to have something stripped from you. I don't care what they do. It's not possible. And if you felt like you lost anything, it was only to make you stronger so that you would not, God's not going to give you a blessing if you have people that are like this around you, because God doesn't want the blessing to go to waste. This is why you guys are trusted. This is why your higher self, the Most High, is going to give you everything that you desire and more, because you'll do the right thing with it. These other people are greedy and they have an empty hole inside of them, and that's not your job to fill that with whatever these people desire. Three of Pentacles. You have a group of people that are in a collaboration that's coming in to support you, and these people will not abandon you. So don't abandon yourself. Don't abandon your post. Know that if you continue to move forward, you will receive everything that you have asked for. Okay, Archangel Michael is here. You are protected. You're using temperance, which means you're not over drinking and you're not overthinking and you're not overspending and overdoing it. These people, they have a problem of doing too much. This is one reason that they'll never, ever be in your position. The moon cannot strip you of anything. If you feel like these people have done moon magic, because that's what I pick up, I would be talking to the moon and saying, anybody that sent anything my way, cancel and rebuke them and reverse whatever they've done. That's all you need to say. And then when you feel that moon magic coming again, cancel and rebuke these people, cancel and rebuke the devil, and literally report these people to God. Say, God, why is it that I'm in this situation? Can you show me what I need to see so that I can get out of feeling like people are tampering with my abundance and my ability to live this life and thrive? And you will be shown some type of confirmation, okay? So keep going, you guys. You have the glory of God within you. You're going to be successful. Nobody can take away this wish fulfillment, and nobody can taint it. People are not going to get, their hands on any gift or talent or ability that belongs to you. It belongs to you. You are the one that's in possession of these gifts. You get to choose what you do with them. So make your choices wisely and use your intuition when it comes to where you invest your time, your energy, and your talents and your abilities. Don't just give shit away. Make it so that other people have to, don't meet people where they're at. Make other people it has to be an equal exchange of energy, okay? And if it's not an equal exchange, then it's going to be something that's draining you. So you don't want to be drained. Remember that you are in power. You are the one that has power over the outcome of your life. These other people, they only believe that they were in power, okay? They do not understand how close to danger that they actually are. And because you guys have not sought revenge against them, these people are going to be in a position to where they have to explain to the universe and to God why they were trying to block the divine plan for the earth and for everybody's awakening. I mean, that's demonic as hell. And the demons don't even have anything to do with trying to block God. Everything works for God. These people on this planet just have forgotten that, you know, and it's going to take you guys being your beautiful, authentic selves to awaken other people to stand in their truth. Okay. All right, you guys, thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. Please like this video, tap the notification bell, make sure you are subscribed, okay? I love you, I love you, I love you, and thank you for being here. Remember, you guys, if any of you guys ever have a question that you need answered, you can send me a $20 super chat, and I will pause the collective reading, and I will answer your question, okay? So that's the way I'm making myself available to you guys. So $20 is easy peasy, and it's an equal exchange of energy, and I will help you with your question, all right? And help you get a conclusion to it. And also, if you're wanting to learn to read your own tarot cards, and if you're wanting to learn to develop your intuition and tap into that God consciousness, get the links that are in the description box. There's the Truth of God by Michael STEADMAN, which is going to help you with all of the techniques, get control of your mind, the mind technique, getting rid of beliefs that don't serve you. And then the joy versus anger technique, developing that yes and no answering system so you can get immediate answers and be asking questions so that you're being more guided through life. And the God consciousness technique. Those are the three main techniques. There's also astral projection, energy ball, healing, the spiritual bank, and all that type of stuff too, okay? So know that that's available. If any of you are interested in learning to read your own tarot cards, I have a book that's called Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells, and it has different tarot card spreads for each of the major arcana cards. That is a great investment. All you need is the Rider-Waite deck, which you can get for fairly cheap, like $6 or $7 online. So get that deck, get that book. I suggest that you get both books. I would get the Truth of God first, work through that intuitive workbook, then get the Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells, because you're going to learn a lot about your spiritual journey and about your spiritual path and your future and what you came here to do through working through those spreads, okay? All right, you guys, links to that's in the description box below. I love you so much. I was so happy to be with you guys today. Thank you for spending your time with me. God bless you. Peace be with you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.